Idiots need experts. Experts don't need idiots. We need experts to help us idiots. To give us idiots expert running advice. Experts to help the idiots. Hey!
Derek, the corn on the cob ultra runner. What's your approach to training the body and mind?
Derek, how do you prepare your body and brain for back-to-back days of running?
Body, I've been running about 50 miles a week for over a year now. So I feel like my body is there and it's ready for it. And I also, the more I've been running, the better I eat now. And I eat really, really clean. Unless I'm on vacation or going or out with friends, I'm eating really good. No, I hardly ever go to restaurants, in fact, and prepare all my own stuff. No fried food, no sugar, a lot of fruit, and sleep a lot. And I got a pretty good sleep schedule, and with all this electronics and things can monitor and give you your sleep score. I strive to get good sleep. And I think those things, I believe, I watch a lot of YouTube videos from runners and things like that. And I try to do as much as I can and get that stuff in my head and in my life and stay consistent so that it's never, I feel like at any week I could go run a marathon.
Isaac, ultra marathon runner. What does it actually take to train your body and brain for running?
How do you prepare your body and your brain
Okay.
for back-to-back long days?
Yeah, you need more of that for ultra training. So I would prepare my body and brain for a hard workout, just knowing this is going to hurt, but it's going to be good for you. For ultras is the back-to-back. You run a 20 and then maybe a 25. I can't wait. Okay. I'll prepare by, I don't know, it is legit. I look at that as 2 really joyful days when I can spend 3 or 4 hours on consecutive days. This never happens for me. I have 4 kids. I so look forward to that. So it's not a hard mental prep. I love to run. And so it's really easy. I mean, it's easy mentally.
Joe, the Greek ultra runner. How do you prepare body and mind for running again the next day?
Joe, how do you prepare your body for back-to-back running days?
Look, my nutrition is very good, healthy. Then a good rest, and sometimes we have to listen to our body because if you're running every day and one day you can even go out of your couch, okay, you can walk up or whatever. Then listen to your body and have a rest day. It's so important too, having rest day. And I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. Maybe I'm feeling a little bit bad that I said, oh my God, I lost the training and what's going to happen. But I think that is more important to listen to our body and rest. It's not a crime, resting is not a crime.
Tough Mudder Ben. How do you handle back-to-back running days?
How do you prepare your body for back-to-back long runs?
Genuinely, I think a bit differently to a lot of people here, I guess. I think that's done in the gym. I think there is nothing better for tendon health and bone density than heavy strength work in the gym. Just the simple compound movement, weight-bearing activities build bone density. Low rep, heavy work is shown to have the biggest effect on tendon size and strength. And I think that's what's needed to run these big back-to-back runs and the big distances. It's not so much your ability to run because, I mean, the reality is that kind of distance, we're not running a lot of it. Like the percentage-wise of what we're just surviving and hiking versus running, there is a question of, is the running the biggest thing you need to do for these things? And I got told once that the ability to do these events is the ability to maintain stiffness through the body and stiffness in your tendons, in your muscles, and that only comes from strength work. And lots of miles don't really build that. They make you a good runner, but are you going to be running 350 miles? Or is the reality that a lot of it is trying to maintain a good posture with a pack on your back with food and water in it? And that requires core strength, not running ability.
Nick, The running coach. When it comes to back-to-back running days, how do you train the body and the mind?
How do you train your body and brain for back-to-back running days?
I think there's really only one way to do it, and that's just to do them. So for my multi-day training and my 100-milers, I would go out and do something like a 5-hour run on a Saturday, and then do a 3-hour run on a Sunday, because you've got tired legs and you just need to get used to getting out there with tired legs and accepting that you're going to be a bit slower, but you will build resilience and resistance to that fatigue. I think just running very often during the week as well. You don't have to go out and do big mileage every day, but just making running part of what your body does by training 5, 6 or 7 days a week. I think it'd be very difficult to do something like this challenge on, say, 3 or 4 days of running per week.
Yeah.
So this is something we're going to have to chat to our friend about.
I know where this is going.
No, to be fair to him, on the last call we did, I was quite impressed with his commitment, so we'll give him a bye ball. But yeah, I think just training, running day after day, but big mileage, not all the time, because you could tire yourself out and injure yourself, but maybe every third week, look at doing something like a double long weekend with back-to-back long runs. And you're not going fast. I would practice run walking as well. I was always somebody that would have walked to the climbs on 100-mile trail ultras and things like that, and just getting your body used to that change of pace. It's not just about running. You're going to be using lots of different muscle groups. So back-to-back long runs, vary the paces, vary the terrain, and you will gradually over time build, to my mind, you'll build resilience and fatigue resistance.
Sammy, the elite pathfinder. How do you train body and mind for consecutive run days?
How do you prepare your body for back-to-back running days?
Doing them basically and building up. But obviously, you got to get a starting point, and then that is your starting point, and slowly progress it. A lot of people I'm running missing the mile, and they'll start doing crazy miles. But if you don't obviously build it up, you're just asking to be injured. So it's about doing it and setting yourself up, and then even as you're doing the back-to-back, you can start then moving it a wee bit, so your rest is that wee bit shorter and stuff like that. Obviously, you'll not be running the distance that you'll be running, but it'll just prepare your body. And I'll touching back to the mental side of life, it's going to start touching on it as well, where it's right, I can do this. I've done it in training. It was hard that day and I was fit to get it done. So whenever you hit them points on missing the mile, it'll be exactly the same, and you'll be well, I've got that in the bank, I've already done it, so I know I can do it again.
Stonehenge 300-mile ultra runner Alex. How do you train for back-to-back run days?
How do you prepare your body and brain for back-to-back running days?
So in training, I don't actually do, because of my life and my work and everything, I don't actually do back-to-back. What I do, if I'm in a good training cycle, is I'll do a long road run on a Friday, where I'll try and do quite high mileage at a relatively high pace. And then over the weekend, I'll try and do strength and maybe a little run to try and maintain the fatigue in my legs. And then on the Monday, I do elevation. So I'll go to the Penathan or somewhere and I'll do it there. But my life, I'm trying to rejig it for next year, but my life this year hasn't fit that I can do 2 big runs back to back. So I do have that 2 days in between, but I do try and maintain the fatigue with weights and things like that. How I prepare for it isn't much different to how I prepare for anything. I live off protein level collagen and magnesium. That has made a huge difference to my training. I have a protein shake, twice a day. I eat fairly well, and try and rest as much as you can. The magnesium's made a huge difference to the vets, actually.
I'll still get 7 hours, but I'll feel really good. Whereas you can get 7 hours and just wake up exhausted. So that's made a big difference.
Ashley, MS runs the US Creator. How do you prepare physically and mentally for back-to-back runs?
How do you prepare your body and brain for back-to-back long days? I know you've got lots of experience here.
Body, I eat food. I eat what I crave. Nutrition is a huge component. So having a good during run, after run recovery experience is absolutely essential. Sleep is completely essential. Those two things, if I eat well, I eat what my body needs, and I can sleep well, then I can pretty typically wake up the next day. The other thing too is that when you get done with a long day and you have to go to sleep and wake up, I find a lot of people at the end of their day that they're in worry about how they feel right now, and they get really anxious over how am I going to do this tomorrow? How not factoring in how your body recovers and that you will feel different in the morning. And so just like try not to be anxious at night. I just eat well, rest, and then see how you feel in the morning. Definitely the next day, if you're sore, you just got to get moving. Sometimes it takes 10, 15, 30 minutes for your body to loosen up, but it does. And so then you just got to get moving. Once you get moving, you keep going. So that's how I prepare my body and essentially my mind. My mind is to not worry too much about the future. Just take what you're living and working in the moment and do the best you can with it.
So our experts say, do the work or build some serious strength. Next up, food. Favorite pre-race breakfasts.